We can't control what happens around us, but we can control how we respond. The Stoics believed deeply in mastering oneself, even when the world feels unpredictable and chaotic. According to their philosophy, our true power lies only in our thoughts, decisions, and actions. Everything outside of that, it's beyond our reach. That's why they urge us to put our energy into what we can shape, and to meet the uncontrollable with calmness and dignity. This wisdom doesn't just apply to life in general, it's also incredibly valuable in our relationships, especially with the opposite sex. Stoicism teaches us to treat everyone with kindness, fairness, and respect, regardless of gender or background. At the same time, it warns us to be aware of the pitfalls that desire can bring, encouraging us to act with thoughtfulness and caution. In this discussion, we'll focus on one specific aspect of Stoic living that's especially relevant for men: what should remain private in interactions with women. While some might see this as outdated, it's not rooted in sexism. It's about understanding human nature, traditional dynamics, and above all, the Stoic principle of self-discipline. So, what are the things a man should always keep to himself? Let's break it down. Number 1. His weaknesses. A Stoic man holds tightly to principles that guide him through life's storms. At its core, Stoicism teaches that your character is revealed by how you respond to adversity. The Stoic path calls for patience, resilience, acceptance, courage, and persistence in the face of challenges. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending pain doesn't exist. It's about facing hardship with a steady, rational mind. The Stoic man doesn't look for pity, not even from those closest to him. Instead, he draws on his inner strength, understanding that true fortitude comes from within. While society often praises vulnerability as a form of strength, the Stoic perspective is different. Strength is found in enduring quietly, not for show, but to build an unshakable spirit. This isn't emotional avoidance, it's a conscious choice to meet difficulties without letting them damage his confidence or self-respect. Weaknesses, in the Stoic view, aren't shameful. They're opportunities to grow. Every obstacle is a stepping stone towards self. By embracing this mindset, the Stoic man turns life's unpredictability into fuel for his own evolution. Number 2. His dreams and Stoicism. Dreams and ambitions are approached with practicality, realism, and self-reliance. A Stoic man works toward his goals with determination, avoiding arrogance and unrealistic fantasies. He guards his dreams carefully, not because he's secretive, but because he refuses to fall into the trap of seeking approval or validation. His ambitions aren't for show, they're deeply tied to his values and capabilities. The Stoic man doesn't chase acknowledgement, not even from a romantic partner. His drive comes from within, aiming for personal fulfillment through goals that truly reflect who he is. Relying on others for validation can lead to disappointment, and he knows it. He focuses on what's within his control, setting achievable goals and putting his energy into work that improves his life and the lives of others. He invests his time and passion wisely, avoiding pursuits that are unrealistic or disconnected from his happiness. Self-sufficiency is at the heart of this approach. He may welcome support from others, but he never depends on them to shape his aspirations. His direction comes from his own discernment and inner strength. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." For the Stoic man, dreams aren't idle wishes, they are deliberate, purposeful pursuits guided by intention, self-reliance, and a deep sense of personal responsibility. Number 3. His feelings in the Stoic worldview. A man's relationship with his emotions is a refined blend of self-awareness and control. He doesn't bury his feelings or pretend they don't exist. Instead, he acknowledges them, understands them, and channels them with intention. It's about recognizing how emotions shape thoughts and actions, then finding the balance that keeps him steady. Contrary to the common belief that Stoicism is about emotional suppression, the Stoic man treats emotions as guides rather than enemies, indicators that help him navigate his inner world. By understanding his feelings, he develops deeper which allows him to face challenges with clarity and composure. He knows that while emotions are natural, they should never be allowed to overpower reason. Wisdom lies in pairing emotional understanding with logical thought, ensuring that decisions aren't swayed by fleeting moods, but shaped by deliberate choice. The Stoic man is selective about when and how he shares his emotions. This isn't about secrecy, It's about expressing them in ways that preserve harmony and balance in his relationships. He understands that open emotional displays don't always strengthen bonds, and in some cases, they can even weaken trust or respect. Part of this choice also comes from his commitment to maintaining a calm, rational presence. By choosing the right moment and the right way to express his feelings, he projects steadiness and control rather than volatility. To the Stoic, emotions are tools, sharpened through mindfulness and guided by reason. This harmony between heart and mind creates a life marked by balance, resilience, and purpose in his interactions with the world. Number 4, his mistakes in Stoic philosophy. Mistakes aren't just errors, they are essential stepping stones on the path to wisdom and self-improvement. A Stoic man approaches them with humility, careful reflection, and a willingness to learn. One of his guiding principles is knowing when and how to reveal his mistakes, especially to a woman. This isn't about hiding flaws out of shame, but about understanding that not every confession will benefit the relationship or the conversation. His goal isn't to appear perfect, it's to learn and grow, without unnecessarily undermining his image or the trust he's built. A Stoic accepts that errors are part of the human condition, yet he strives to minimize them through careful thought and deliberate action. When they do happen, he doesn't run from them. Instead, he studies them, extracting valuable lessons to avoid repeating the same missteps in the future. He doesn't dwell on mistakes with self-pity or destructive guilt. Instead, he views them objectively, analyzing their causes and transforming them into sources of growth. This process of honest self-reflection strengthens his ability to handle future challenges with more wisdom and composure. Taking responsibility is central to the Stoic approach. He refuses to blame others or hide behind excuses. He owns his actions and their consequences, focusing his energy on making things right and preventing similar errors down the road. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It is not the things that happen to us that trouble us, but our opinions about them." This truth applies equally to our mistakes. It's not the error itself, but how we perceive and respond to it that defines its impact. By embracing his mistakes as teachers, the Stoic man turns setbacks into opportunities. Guided by humility, accountability, and a commitment to growth, he continues his journey with a deeper understanding of himself and the world. Number 5, his secrets in Stoic philosophy. The way a man handles his personal secrets is deeply connected to the values of discretion, honor, and respect, both for himself and for others. These principles guide how he chooses to share, or not, share parts of his inner world, especially with women. For the Stoic man, secrets are not always kept because they are shameful or wrong. They are guarded because they belong to his private realm, the space that defines his dignity and self-respect. He understands that not every part of his life needs to be laid bare, even to those closest to him. Discretion is a cornerstone of Stoic character. A man's integrity is measured by his ability to honor both his own confidences and the trust others place in him. When someone entrusts him with a secret, he protects it as if it were his own, refusing to exploit or betray that trust. Guarding secrets is not about hiding from accountability. It's about preserving the sacredness of personal experience and the boundaries that maintain mutual respect. He trusts his own judgment to decide what should be shared and what must remain unspoken. As Cicero, the eloquent Stoic statesman, once said, "The most sacred thing in the world is the human soul." That sacredness includes our thoughts, feelings, experiences, and yes, our secrets. For the Stoic man, protecting them is a way of honoring the very essence of who we are. In essence, he treats secrets with a balance of wisdom and restraint. By safeguarding the dignity of his inner life, he lives out the Stoic virtues of integrity, respect, and moral strength. Number 6, his pleasure when it comes to pleasure. The Stoic man walks a path of moderation and self-mastery. Stoic philosophy doesn't view pleasure as inherently bad, but it warns against letting it take control. A Stoic understands that unchecked indulgence leads to dependency, excess, and ultimately, weakness. Instead of allowing pleasure to dominate his life, he approaches it with discipline and reason, ensuring that joy enhances his life rather than overruns it. He enjoys the good things in life, but remains mindful of their fleeting nature. He doesn't seek endless indulgence, nor does he deny himself completely. He seeks balance. In this way, pleasure remains his servant, never his master. In relationships, this means he does not depend on a partner to fulfill his every desire. His sense of contentment comes from within, rooted in his ability to govern his own impulses. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus expressed this perfectly. Freedom is not procured by a full enjoyment of what is desired, but by controlling the desire. True freedom comes not from indulging every whim, but from the strength to choose wisely. Through this disciplined approach, the Stoic man enjoys life's pleasures without becoming enslaved by them, staying true to the higher ideals of virtue, self-control, and independence. Number 7. His pains and the fabric of Stoic philosophy. The way a man meets pain speaks volumes about his resilience, courage, and unwavering pursuit of inner peace. His response to suffering isn't about pretending it doesn't exist, it's about rising above it, with dignity and resolve. For the Stoic man, pain is not a curse to be avoided at all costs, nor is it a weakness to be hidden. It is a natural part of life, a teacher, a sculptor of character. In a relationship, this doesn't mean he hides behind a mask of false toughness. It means he refuses to let pain become his master. He meets it with a steady heart and a mind anchored in reason, knowing that hardship is woven into the human experience, rather than chasing quick escapes or numbing distractions. The Stoic man uses pain as a forge. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, put it plainly: fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. For the Stoic, these trials are not setbacks but stepping stones, proof that life's flames can refine rather than destroy. Through this lens, pain transforms from an enemy into an ally. It shapes his endurance, deepens his gratitude, and sharpens his ability to face the world with quiet strength. His approach is a balance of fortitude, optimism, and self-mastery, a living example of the Stoic ideal that the mind, not circumstance, decides a man's peace. Number 8. His love in Stoicism. Love is viewed through the lens of freedom, reason, and self-reliance. A Stoic man does not lose himself in another person, nor does he bind his happiness to someone else's presence. His love is deep, but it is not dependent. For him, love is not a chain, it is a gift. He values it without clinging to it, cherishes it without seeking to control it. Guided by wisdom rather than impulse, he approaches relationships with both openness of heart and clarity of mind. He does not demand love as an entitlement, nor does he measure it in constant declarations. Instead, his affection shows in action, in loyalty, in attentiveness, in the quiet consistency of being there when it matters most. To the Stoic man, love is not about possession, it is about respect. He recognizes that both partners must remain whole, free, and true to themselves for love to thrive. Gratitude is his anchor. He sees the love given to him as something rare and worthy of daily appreciation. Marcus Aurelius captured this mindset perfectly when he wrote, "The best way of avenging yourself is not to become like the wrongdoer." In love, this means he holds to his principles no matter the challenge. He refuses to let emotion push him into words or actions that betray his integrity. In this way, his love becomes a harmony between feeling and reason, deep enough to move the heart, steady enough to protect the soul. It is love without fear, passion without possession, and devotion without the loss of self. The end. The important things a man needs to keep to himself, according to Stoicism, are not about lying to women, deceiving them, or building walls of coldness. They are about protecting the parts of you that make you truly strong. It's about honesty, loyalty, discretion, and modesty tempered with warmth, affection, and reason. It's about loving without losing yourself, caring deeply without becoming. Dependent. A man who follows this path isn't hiding his true self. He's refining it. He's showing her courage without arrogance, strength without cruelty, wisdom without pride, and love without weakness. Through this, you reveal what truly defines your virtue. And for a Stoic, virtue is life's highest purpose. This way of living isn't for everyone. It's challenging, it's unpopular. But for those of us who live by Stoic principles, it's not just a choice, it's who we are. Thank you for spending your time here today. If this message resonated with you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're ready to go deeper, watch the 2 videos I've linked right here. They'll take you further down this path path. Until next time, stay true to your principles, stay resilient, and stay unshakable.